Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity tarot card reading. We are going to find out all about our celebrity through tarot card, finding out predictions for anything that is upcoming. We are going to get started right now, so please go ahead, hit subscribe while you're waiting. Give me a minute to adjust my camera here. Oy. There, stay. Nothing stays when I tell it to. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so we are going to get into this tarot card reading with Hitanshu Jinsi, and we're going to find out all about the Indian actor, all about his upcoming general predictions for the upcoming month. Hit subscribe, click that bell. Don't forget to do all of those wonderful, beautiful things that help with the channel, and anything else you can add to the channel would be appreciated and loved. I am going to get started here. We're going to find out a little bit about him first. I'm going to go over his astrology also. Nothing too in-depth, just kind of going over the scheme of this. If you're in this reading, you know why you're here. So, again, we are going to get started. Let's see. Oh, this shirt keeps flopping off. There we go. Okay. So, he is a Bollywood actor. For Indian TV. He's a Libra sun sign, and a little bit about him is that he's a television star. So he is famous for TV serial series like Mahakali. I'm just throwing it out there, and a couple other ones that I'm not going to pronounce so that you can make fun of me later. I'm not giving it to you today. Yeah, again, from India. And then it also says that he has a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. He is also, some of his distant education is Jammu University. Nobody really cares usually about that kind of stuff. But we are, again, going to get into this reading. I'm just going to go over the current state of mind first, and then we're going to get into anything that is of immediate concern and so forth and so forth. Anything from his past that is affecting his future, as well as circumstances that will be upcoming. Let's get a couple of these here. A couple of these shuffles here. All right. So there is some sort of current state of mind as far as judgment. So currently just in a place where it's very noted that there's usually not a judgment from him, but for some reason there's like a being skeptic or being superficial, just kind of seeing things and just almost being intolerant almost immediately when he sees something that he's not like a huge fan of. I do feel like his intentions are always pretty pure. And as far as fulfillment, faith, anything that inspires him, this is all coming from the creative. So that could even be a part of his shadow work that he does dives into, as far as digging deeper. So that might bring harmony to his life because there is a lot of balance in his life. He's a very balanced person. So just even, there's just like the touch and go of the shadow work. It's not going to throw him off completely, but that's currently where he is. And any immediate concern surrounding that is just really taking responsibilities for his own actions. So even furthering on that as well, is almost as if they say, if you're focusing on yourself, you're too busy to be, focusing on other people. So your karma is the only one you should be fucking concerned about, and your children's and your children's children. So that's all I'm saying. That's all it is. But yeah, I mean, any immediate concern surrounding it is just taking his own ownership of responsibility. With this Eight of Swords in here, it's just indicating that there's almost like an insecurity and he just keeps covering something up. So as far as insecurity, I feel like the mind or planning, some sort of a communication, he's it's like he pulls back on that because again, he doesn't want to have a conversation about how he fucked up. He doesn't like to be fucking up. He doesn't like to externally have to listen to anything terrible about himself. So he does hide from that. But to do the shadow work, you're going to have to take some sort of perspective on your shit. like your bullshit, your drama, your antics, to really, skeet that away from you. But again, he does get caught up in his own issues just kind of naturally. So I feel like if he were to take a little more responsibility of what he's doing, he would have no problem in, the judgment of others, or, being skeptical of somebody, or, just kind of judging them straight away. So let's find out, what do we really need to know about that situation? What's involved there? Could be the lack of a mother role, or lack of just action of a mother role. So just that change, that growth, especially when you're little, especially when you go back into the childhood stuff, just kind of, affecting that overall awareness, just affecting the idea that he has consequences also. So I don't really know what this is super involving, but if it is involving anything, it's just kind of like a daily struggle. It's just something he needs to be cautious of. And any information that he gets, just really being cautious of, any kind of confusion or mental affliction that makes it so that he doesn't really look at people in the truest way, if that makes sense. So he's like a really rad individual, but yet this really fucks him daily. It like fucks him over completely. So anytime that this is happening, he really needs to own it. So just own that you're kind of judgy. You're kind of judgy, okay? You're kind of superficial, and it's fine. It's fine. And the external input, that's going to be bad sometimes. You should take that in, though. That's just what it is. Anything that is fading into the past for Mr. Jinsi. Okay, so these are in the past. They aren't as dealt with, probably as he thinks. Somebody who was too young. He might have been too young, or somebody around him might have been too young. But this is just like kind of that bullying energy, some kind of a bullying situation. So maybe back in the past, he was a bully, or somebody around him was a bully. But whatever it is, it was just too young to be doing that kind of stuff. It was just too young to be kind of sending that message to other people, like, here, I'm going to be a hazard. But at the same time, he was probably very young, or the other person who was being a bully was very young. So however that aligns for him. Other than that, I think that really caused him to really be motivated and really try to be more enthusiastic than everyone else, or, just in general from hard times. So he tries to be more positive. He tries to, look at the passionate side of life, or the creative side of life. So that's just a kind of a good pusher for him. But I mean, this did bring him into a place of transformation. And this has not fully transformed him yet. So he'll eventually go back to the childhood stuff, and then he'll find a new beginning. So the freedom is definitely in that ending for sure, especially if it deals with his insecurities, or if it deals with him judging other people because of that bullying energy, or that energy where, other people were judging other people. So I'm going to do it too, or I'm not going to do this because of this. It's just whatever happened in the childhood, he definitely took it and he's running with it, but it's not purposely. He'll get to the point where he's healing from that. Okay, so let's find out anything that is upcoming and what surrounds this upcoming situation. So there is some sort of Ten of Water, Queen of Water. Oh, yeah. A woman or a man. Okay. So we do have Queen of Water. So somebody who's loving, somebody who is ready, somebody who is probably very intuitive, very psychic. This person is definitely not like waiting around, but they're open, for business, for love. So they definitely lead with their heart. And that is like their crown, is their heart. That's what they're known for. They're known for being sweet or loving. I feel like whoever this person is, this is going to put him in a place where he's like, this is going to complete my life. This is my family. So this is where this is headed to. With this Ten of Water, Queen of Water, I just feel like there's definitely some sort of, some sort of feeling, some sort of affair here. A good one. Yeah, definitely some sort of a relationship that is going to bring this into kind of like a family unit, maybe. There could be kids involved, maybe not. I do feel like, again, this will like be a nice place of fulfillment, kind of like bringing something to an end here. Maybe just the fact that he's been single. He hasn't had his own family. So maybe he's trying to really add that to the situation. Anything that is surrounding this that is going to affect negatively or positively? Mm. So the only thing that can get in the way of this, and this isn't upcoming, so this could be all the way into November, is just him not being as determined as he should be because he's already in the process of doing this. So he's communicating, but he's not communicating into the ways that this person is aware that this is something they want. So he's kind of like hiding back from that a little bit or shying away, which is totally fine. Anything that is really amazing for this relationship is that this is going to be a completion. This is going to make the world go round for the both of them, especially him. And I feel like this new beginning it's definitely going to be an accomplishment celebration, obviously. Let's find out what we got for fears and hopes, for his fear and hopes for this upcoming month. Any fear is accidents, of course. Any accidents or happy accidents or accidents, does the universe allow accidents to actually happen? Is that actually a thing, or mistakes, a good positive thing that happen? Because sometimes the universe has to force shit to come in. So that's when those happy accidents happen. I feel like any fortunate things here will be in the form of an accident for sure, because he resists pulling forward quite a bit. Any hope is that he has some time for his creative stuff. Likely outcome. He feels like his creative stuff or his work is taking too long. He feels like when he takes too long creatively, he feels like he's failing at something, which really fucks him up and makes it so that he's off balance, which that would make things really out of sorts, especially if you're trying to work on your negatives or your shadow stuff, or, the stuff that people don't like to really post on Facebook or whatever. This is definitely going to make it go even longer. So sometimes a project will seem like it's taking forever for him. And then he gets into a place where he's like, this is failing. Well, it's not failing. Just have some patience. So just a hope for patience. For real. So likely outcome, bottom line for the month, upcoming November. Hello, Sim. Okay, so you are leading into the end of the month pretty open-hearted. And you're really trying hard to motivate through whatever you're dealing with. It's putting a lot on the mind. It's putting a lot in the mental process. So, you're kind of diluting a little bit. So the sensitivity might be a little bit it's not going to be as much as it normally is, or the open-heartedness. So, and just like even being intuitive, when you're in a hard moment, those things kind of dilute. So that it makes sense. And it's almost like you're going to be at the point where he would be, he would be at the point where he was like, what's the point? What am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay. So likely outcome is that any kind of like childhood stuff, nostalgic, is going to add to his balance, add to his harmony. He's going to think about memories that will push him through his hard times, especially in the upcoming month of November, when he's getting to a point mentally where he's just like, I am shutting down here. I can't keep continuing to do this. And lastly, I feel like he's definitely learning how to belong. He's definitely learning how to add tradition more in his life, whatever that means. But I feel like it's a huge change and it's shifting things. So that might be putting you in a place where you are getting into that relationship stuff, because by the ending of November into the next month, there is friendship, relationship, there is celebration, communication, love. This is not a bad reading for this person. I don't know what his love situation is, but that's what I got on the docket here. Okay. All right. I got to get out of here. I will be back with the next celebrity reading. Please stay tuned for that. I hope that you guys can see my eyeballs. I have a few more celebrity readings, so make sure that you don't miss out on those by clicking that bell. Don't miss out on one of the notifications that I send out, and hit subscribe. My name is Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. I will see you all very soon in like 5 minutes. Bye.